Coming up on AgWeek TV from the Midwest Ag Summit in Fargo, we talk to an ag strategist about the transportation challenges farmers are facing.
We take you to Rhoda Township for a look at an old schoolhouse that has been restored.
It's time for soybean growers to take action against weeds so they don't steal your yields at harvest time.
And experts say the region is at a critical point when it comes to erosion and soil health. Welcome to AgWeek TV. I'm Emily Beal. There are several challenges facing the transportation industry, and that's a challenge for ag as well. That's one of the topics at the Midwest Ag Summit in Fargo this week. Jenny Schlecht was there and talked with an ag strategist at the summit.
Thanks, Emily. I'm here with Steve Olson, an agricultural strategist. And Steve, you were part of several panels here at the Midwest Ag Summit talking about ag transportation. Talk a little bit about some of the problems and issues that are facing our rail and port and trucking industries.
Yeah, it was a fascinating panel. Again, we did have somebody from BNSF Railroad, and they talked about, both, their history, and they are the largest ag product rail in the country. And they talked about some of the technology that they're incorporating to, predict, to prevent accidents from happening in the first place through some technology from the using on the wheels as well as on the tracks. Likewise, the Duluth Seaway Port Authority is here and was on the panel and talked about, both some of the infrastructure needs that they have, but also technology that they've incorporated. They're actually able to bring more ships in than they've ever been before because of some of that, again, technology and infrastructure needs. And then the final was somebody from Mindak Sugar Farmers Cooperative talked about the autonomous fleet pilot project that they have. But basically, they have, I think he said there was about 3.2 million miles that they travel every year in their trucks, and they own all of their trucks. But one of the challenges that they were having was that just having trouble finding drivers that had a CDL permit. So they got interested in the autonomous trucks, and they are the first, and I think they're the only company right now doing this anywhere in the United States. They're gathering data, they're tracking all of that thing, all of the information, and it's been a very successful project. But what they found is that because of the attention they have received because of this, there are people, tends to be younger people that are saying, hey, I'm interested in doing that. I like video games. I'm interested. So they're actually attracting more drivers. And I think that's kind of the key to a lot of stuff we do in agriculture is that how do we get the attention of people that are younger to help let them know what those career opportunities are for them.
So talk a little bit about why it's so important for the agricultural industry to see this transportation sector find these solutions.
We are in the middle of the country, and we have a smaller population, and our markets are outside of us, whether they're export markets to international countries or some other larger hubs. And we've got a lot of processing in this area, but we still need to get that finished product to other areas. And so having a strong infrastructure in the rail, trucking, and the Duluth Seaway Port Authority helps us be able to serve those different markets. And without that, we wouldn't get the value that we need to for our commodities.
Any other takeaways from the panels that you were a part of today?
Yeah, the other panel was we had Daniel Maffei, who is a commissioner with the Federal Maritime Commission. And a lot of people don't know what that is, but basically they regulate ocean carriers that have the containers that are shipping products in. And one of the challenges that we have is that it's more profitable for those to bring export product into the different large markets across the United States. And the challenge is that that's not near where our ag export hubs are. And so we don't always have containers available to be able to get to our export markets. And so one of the things that they're doing is trying to streamline that and trying to get that more in sync. And so those containers are available, and it's more equitable and lower cost for us to actually get our export markets out.
Great. Very interesting stuff. Thank you, Steve. Steve Olson, agricultural strategist.
Thanks, Jenny. Soil erosion can be a big issue for soil health and can hinder farmers' yields. Soil erosion comes in three major forms: wind, water, and tillage. Josh Anderson, District Conservation Manager and Watershed Coordinator for Walsh County Soil Conservation District, believes the region is at a critical point when it comes to soil health.
We've been tilling the ground for agriculture for over 7,000 years, and several civilizations have actually fallen out as a result of erosion. But I would say in our region, What we actually have is an abundance of soil in the Red River Valley, and that can lead us into a false sense of security.
Anderson urges farmers to start incorporating minimal tillage into their operations. Crops are growing across the Midwest, even with the cooler temperatures we've been seeing. In this week's AgWeek cover story, we take a look at the growing conditions across the Dakotas and Minnesota.
Temperatures have been cooler throughout the end of May and early June, but crops in the region are still emerging for the most part.
It really kind of kicked the corn and beans in a slowdown mode, and we saw, those cold temperature effects on those crops. But they just sit there and wait, and the latest heat spell has spurred them on again. So, it's just a waiting pattern.
Development's been a little bit slower, so we're seeing a little lag in crop development. We could really use some warmer weather, as well as some precipitation, which we do have in the forecast here. So that's good.
It seems like it's been a little bit of the spring of extremes a little bit, but overall I think we're doing pretty well.
While the start of the season across the region was dry, rainfall quickly turned things around. In southeast Minnesota, planting was slower and wetter than the rest of the southern region of the state. In South Dakota, there are still some wet spots in the state,
which is kind of amazing. But the few areas got downpours a couple weeks ago, and that kind of held those areas up.
Regular rains will be crucial to a successful growing season.
That moisture was definitely welcomed. And since then, we've gotten a few spotty rains, but we probably could use another timely rain as well, too.
We're going to hopefully get it when we need it. Don't look for any extended wet periods. This is just how I interpret the climate prediction, which can change from week to week.
You can read more in the next AgWeek magazine or at agweek.com.
Up next on AgweekTV, we take a look at what it takes to restore an old one-room schoolhouse.
We offer the full lineup of brand products. Big ones are going to be your conveyors, your land rollers, grain carts, high-speed discs. Those are going to be the very popular ones that we see out in the countryside and we like to have on hand here at all times.
Brand does a really good job of supporting the products and providing the parts on time and when you need them. For a full line of brand products, give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
Rocks damage our equipment and break our backs, demanding time we don't have. Now there's a new way to pick rock. A service that takes care of it for you, so you can focus on more important tasks. All year round, spring, fall, winter, from small rocks to big rocks. TerraClear's end-to-end rock picking service has you covered. TerraClear Rock Picking Service. Learn more at TerraClear.com.
At Matic Ranch Supply, we believe in authenticity, which is why we only sell products we use and those we trust. From fencing to animal health products to the meat we raise on our very own ranch. We're there at every step of the process because we understand how a little help can go a long way in the ranching community. Visit MaticRanchSupply.com to learn how we can help you make more money on your farm and ranch.
Spray Advantage is a full-line, full-service dealer with everything you need for fertilizer and chemical applications, like electronics from Microtrack and Raven, pumps by Banjo and John Blue, a full line of poly parts, tanks, and spray tips. We support the equipment we sell with factory-trained service technicians and a well-stocked parts department. It's our commitment to offer you quality products at competitive prices with the best financing options available. Spray Advantage, proudly serving North Dakota and Minnesota.
Farmers, the future of your operation starts today. Thinking about expanding? Grow smarter and store bigger with Brock Solid Grain Bins from Gateway Building Systems. With decades of expertise, we build custom storage solutions that increase capacity, boost efficiency, and maximize profits. More storage means more control over your success. Get your Brock Solid Grain Bins now. Give us a call or go online to gatewaybuilding.com.
A program to improve farmland and the environment marked a new milestone. The Forever Green initiative has been around since 2012, but this year, the first Forever Green Forum was held at the University of Minnesota. Mitch Hunter, co-director of the Forever Green initiative, describes the program as an effort to keep soil covered all year round. He says the practice is both challenging and necessary to resolve a complex set of issues.
But if you step back and think about the fact that we leave our soil with no living plants on it for 7 or 8 months of the year, every single year, that's contributing to some challenges: loss of soil health, loss of soil itself through erosion, and some environmental issues like nitrate that's getting into people's drinking water, and that's a public health concern as well.
Forever Green is run out of the University of Minnesota with state and federal support. Hunter says for every dollar from the state, Forever Green has been able to leverage about $5 from federal grants or private donations, including from companies like General Mills and Cargill. Old schoolhouses were once a staple for rural communities. One former schoolhouse has gotten a second life. For the next stop in our one-room schoolhouse series, Ariana Schumacher takes us to Rhoda Township, South Dakota, for a look at the restored Rhoda 71 schoolhouse.
The Rhoda 71 school operated from the early 1900s until 1967. 10 years ago, it was restored. The Rhoda 71 school holds a special place in Gail Peterson's heart. It's a school he attended for 8 years. Peterson's was the last class to finish 8th grade in the school. It still stands in its original location.
I only live 3/4 of a mile from here, and the neighbors, we all would wave at one another on the way home from walking home from school.
After the school closed, he watched it fall apart to the point of almost getting torn down.
The place just kind of kept deteriorating and getting worse and worse, and they were just about ready to tear it down. And then I talked to the guy that owns the ground here, and he asked if we could fix it up because they were going to have an all-school reunion coming up.
In February of 2015, renovations began with the deadline of that August, in time for the reunion. It was a long process. They started with the hallway that was on a rock foundation that was in rough shape. They needed to rebuild the entire foundation of the school.
So we dug it out all the way around the schoolhouse to try and keep the skunks out.
They replaced all the siding on the building and painted everything. Once that was done, they decorated the school to look as it did when it was filled with students. Some of the decor is original, while others were brought in from schools of the same era. Time was ticking as renovations wrapped up.
And they just got it done the day before the reunion, and then we had open house and had all the kids come out here that went to school here. And as you can see on the blackboards, everybody signed the blackboards for that all-school reunion.
He's happy to have given a new life to the schoolroom.
I would drive by it every day, so it kind of makes you feel good when you go by it now and see the shape it's in.
In Rhoda Township, South Dakota, this is Ariana Schumacher for AgWeek.
The building continues to get used by community members for graduation parties, gatherings, field trips, and reunions. Peterson said they plan to host another all-school reunion this year.
Ahead on AgweekTV, we'll tell you what weeds you should be looking for in your soybean fields and what to do about them.
Dig, lay, and bury drain tile all in one pass with the Crary Tile Pro Plow. The Crary Tile Pro Plow lays tile up to 7 feet deep with boot sizes of 4 to 12 inches. Advantages of installing drain tile to your field provides increased overall yield, improved soil moisture levels, and controls soil erosion. It pays to tile with a Crary Tile Pro. To locate a dealer near you, visit www.crarytilepro.com.
Farming is more than just a job. It's a way of life. It's your hard work, your investment, your future. At Superior Grain Equipment, we're here to protect it all. From durable grain storage to gentle drying and handling solutions. We build systems designed to last, and we stand by you with service and support every step of the way. Superior Grain Equipment, proven solutions to help you grow.
Power Rich Fertilizer is a leading provider of macro and micronutrient fertilizers customized for you. Our products, including granular and liquid foliars, are designed to enhance your crop's yield and disease resistance. We're here to help you get the most out of your crop with our incredible products, To learn more, call Steve Jerolimic at 701-799-2672. Discover the power-rich difference. Contact us today.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
At Vatterstad, we're partnering with North American farmers to create the perfect emergence. We're doing this with new and innovative tillage, planting, and seeding solutions, optimized for the field conditions that you face, and with industry-leading capacities to help you get the job done in short windows of time, so you can maximize yields. Vatterstad, we look forward to growing together.
AgWeek Weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
What does the weather have in store for us this week? Here's Lydia with our AgriWeather Outlook.
We are now entering the middle of June, which tends to bring in, or at least kickstart, some of our stormiest weather. Typically, we get our strongest thunderstorms from around the middle of June into the middle of July. Now, of course, thunderstorms are possible outside of that window, but your heaviest of storms, the largest of hail, the damaging winds, potentially even tornadoes in this part of the world, tend to come between about mid-June into mid-July. That's important to note because we get most of our yearly precip, our yearly moisture, from thunderstorms. So we'll continue to watch out for rain chances here as we finish out June and turn the calendar into July. Likely to have some strong to even severe storms over the course of the next month. Plus, I see an active weather pattern setting up as the jet stream kind of hovers over us. You can get what we call ridge riders, these little thunderstorms that ride up along the jet stream from the southwest and give us periodic, if not daily, thunderstorm chances. It's actually what I'm watching out for as we head into about the next week or so, a very active weather pattern setting up. You add in heat, you add in humidity, that jet, which can fuel thunderstorms. And that's where we're watching out for severe weather chances too. So hail, of course, comes in that picture, which is not great for crops, obviously. Same story goes with any damaging wind as crops start to get a little bit taller out there in the fields. But moisture, nonetheless, is beneficial. Here's what we're looking at as far as the jet stream pattern goes as we head throughout this week. You see that jet line its way up through the Midwest, kind of hovering right in that same location throughout the week, keeping temperatures pretty steady. A lot of us slightly above average or close to average for this time of year, near about 80 degrees. We build in heat as we get closer to about the end of this pattern here into the very last week of June, where I start to see that hotter air, those areas of reds, work their way in across the western part of the country and move closer to about the Midwest. So that makes sense when you look at your temperature map here. This specifically June 17th through the 21st, so rounding through mid-June toward the end of the month with that jet setup, that ridge setup, right through the northern parts of the country. Most of the country will feature above average temperatures. We don't have those deep reds, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota. We have more of that orange hue, which means closer to average, but still slightly above. Now getting into those final days of June, this takes us the 19th through the 25th, and we're near normal up at the international border, which means temperatures near 80, slightly above as you travel further to the south. So anything between about 80 to 85 does look likely to finish out June. Some good crop growing weather, if you will. Plus you add in a little humidity and some of those thunderstorm chances and you'll start watching out for very summer-like patterns. As for precip, again, with where the jet stream is lining up, periodic and nearly daily thunderstorm chances look likely into next week. We just have to watch out for the severe aspects of those. That does continue slightly as we finish out the month of June. We're getting some normal precip chances, but thunderstorms will be possible as we roll our way into July.
Rocks damage our equipment and break our backs, demanding time we don't have. Now there's a new way to pick rock. A service that takes care of it for you, so you can focus on more important tasks. All year round, spring, fall, winter, from small rocks to big rocks. TerraClear's end-to-end rock picking service has you covered. TerraClear Rock Picking Service. Learn more at TerraClear.com.
Spray Advantage is a full-line, full-service dealer with everything you need for fertilizer and chemical applications, like electronics from Microtrack and Raven, pumps by Banjo and John Blue, a full line of poly parts, tanks, and spray tips. We support the equipment we sell with factory-trained service technicians and a well-stocked parts department. It's our commitment to offer you quality products at competitive prices with the best financing options available. Spray Advantage, proudly serving North Dakota and Minnesota.
We offer the full lineup of brand products. Big ones are going to be your conveyors, your land rollers, grain carts, high-speed discs. Those are going to be the very popular ones that we see out in the countryside and we like to have on hand here at all times.
Brent does a really good job of supporting the products and providing the parts on time and when you need them. For a full line of Brent products, give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
As your farm evolves, so do the challenges that come with it. At Superior Grain Equipment, our systems are built to make your job easier and help your grain reach its full potential. From gentle drying to durable storage, get the flexibility to market your grain on your time. Superior Grain Equipment, proven solutions to help you grow.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
AgweekTV Soy Insight, brought to you by the North Dakota Soybean Council.
It's never too early to start thinking about protecting your soybean yields from weeds. This is the time of year of the season to get ahead of them. Rose Dunn has more on controlling weeds in this month's Soy Insight.
June is a very important month for post-emergence weed control in soybean.
Protecting your soybean yields from weeds starts early in the season. North Dakota State University Extension weed specialist Joe Eichley says mid-June is an important time to stop weeds while they're small.
Especially, we had several fields that were able to get planted, but due to wind and rain, we did not get a residual herbicide on those fields. So I would definitely be scouting those fields first that did not get a residual herbicide on.
Eichley says spraying a post-emergent is most effective when weeds are 3 to 4 inches tall. As the bigger they get, the harder they are to control, and that can happen fast. He recommends rotating chemistries to minimize the risk of weeds developing resistance.
We have a lot of water hemp pressure this year, and we usually mid-June to late June like to add an additional residual herbicide with our post-emergence application.
NDSU weed scientist Brian Jenks says weeds vary across the state, so growers need to be aware of what's in their fields or what could be moving in from other areas.
And all these little small cotyledons is the next flush of water hemp.
While water hemp and broadleaf varieties are a problem in the eastern part of the state, kochia is the weed to watch for in the west. And since growers don't have dicamba this year, Jenks says they should have started the season with a good burn down.
And then number 2 is hopefully they had an effective residual program. So we don't want growers to rely on total post-emergence products. Don't wait till the crop is up, the weeds are up before you decide to spray.
Eichley and Jenks say weeds can be resistant to a number of different products, so they stress the importance of knowing what herbicide resistance you may have on your farm. They recommend having your weeds tested for genotype to find the most effective treatment for them. In Fargo, this is Rose Dunn for AgWeek.
Farmers can send weed seeds to the National Agriculture Genotyping Center at NDSU Genetics Tests for resistance. This program is supported by the North Dakota Soybean Council and the Soy Checkoff. Up next on AgweekTV, a man who spent his life helping farmers heads into retirement.
Farmers, the future of your operation starts today. Thinking about expanding? Grow smarter and store bigger with rock-solid grain bins from Gateway Building Systems. With decades of expertise, we build custom storage solutions that increase capacity, boost efficiency, and maximize profits. More storage means more control over your success. Get your rock-solid grain bins now. Give us a call or go online to gatewaybuilding.com.
The Crary Revolution Ditcher is the new standard for surface water management. The Revolution Ditcher leaves a smooth finished 5-foot flat bottom cut and cuts up to 10 inches in one pass. Throw dirt in either direction, up to 165 feet. Now with the hydraulic cross auger to break up dirt and keep you working faster. Check out the Revolution Ditcher at Crary.com.
At Vanderstad, we're partnering with North American farmers to create the perfect emergence. We're doing this with new and innovative tillage, planting, and seeding solutions, optimized for the field conditions that you face, and with industry-leading capacities to help you get the job done in short windows of time, so you can maximize yields. Vanderstad, we look forward to growing together.
Power Rich Fertilizer is a leading provider of macro and micronutrient fertilizers customized for you. Our products, including granular and liquid foliars, are designed to enhance your crop's yield and disease resistance. We're here to help you get the most out of your crop with our incredible products. To learn more, call Steve Jerolimic at 701-799-2672. Discover the Power Rich difference. Contact us today.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
One of the faces of rural mental health help in Minnesota is retiring after decades of helping farmers. When a farmer is under the weight of stressful situations, they can call Ted Matthews or the other rural mental health counselor, Monica McConaughey. Thanks to the program funded by the Minnesota Ag Department and state legislatures, Matthews has been able to offer counseling for more than 30 years without red tape, insurance requirements, and at no cost. Matthews says he knows it takes a lot for a farmer to agree to see a therapist, but he tries to simplify it by explaining that it's just giving 1 hour.
Simply by talking and talking through those things, getting things off your chest, being able to have somebody that you trust to talk to.
For resources and support 24/7, call the Minnesota Farm and Rural Helpline at the number on your screen or visit minnesotafarmstress.com. Stories you'll only see on AgWeek.com and in AgWeek magazine this week. North Dakota State University has a new livestock judging coach, and growers are advised to be ready for Fusarium head blight after scab hurt Minnesota's oats last year. We appreciate you watching AgWeek TV. Remember to check us out daily on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to keep up on all your ag news. Have a wonderful week, everyone.